Welcome back to UTD TV, I'm Unji Chong. On November 2nd, the Multicultural Center held a Native American Heritage Celebration in the Student Union. The celebration included small performances by the Anole Dance Troupe. One of the members, Michael Roberts, shared the history of his tribe and the different dances and how they came to be.
Also, there were books that were being written about the Native American, and in these books, they portrayed us to be savages, or more like animals than human beings. And these books, they were sent overseas into London and Paris, and also into the big cities of Boston and New York. And these people that read these books, they wanted to see this way of life before it was all gone. So a man by the name of Buffalo Bill and another man by the name of Pawnee Bill came to the Indian territories and picked up young people and took them and showed them off in this circus type atmosphere. And when these people would dance in, they danced something very similar to what you see my mom and dad dance. A dignified dance. They didn't look like animals, right? So when the people came to see the shows, they got very upset because they said, hey, those aren't real natives.
Speaking on the experiences and persecutions of Native Americans, Roberts also talked of the Dakota Access Pipeline and the concerns of its environmental impact on their land and water, resulting in protests against it.
So our people up in Standing Rock, they're fighting this. They're still fighting this every day. You know, they're being persecuted. They're being put to jail. They're even getting attack dogs put on them. There's women and kids up there that are fighting this, you know. And we, our generation, you guys that are in college, you guys are in school, you guys are that next generation that's going to change this world.
We were able to talk with Dave Archambault Sr., whose son is the chairman of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He talked with us about the concerns raised about the pipeline.
What they're going to build has nothing to do with national security. It's going to be shipped to Illinois and then it's going to be shipped on again to the Gulf, and then it's going to be shipped abroad. Has nothing to do with national security. Number one, the next thing is there isn't a safe oil pipeline in the world. I mean, especially in America, because it's competitive. They want to cut corners. We've got experts from abroad, from overseas. They build safe pipelines. Their land means something to them. So they build really, really good pipes, and they don't leak for 20, 30 years. These things here are being built, and they're leaking all over the place because these people, it's just a quick, fast deal to them. It's like a used car salesman. They get this big chunk of money, sell it. They use part of the money to sell it to the governors and the senators, and you get them on board, and it's kind of a hoodwink, in my opinion. But we just know without any knowledge. You just have to look at the data. They spring leaks. They are. That's all there is to it. So, and as far as American Indians go, that just overall is not a good thing. Pipelines, in my opinion.
Last Wednesday was the start of homecoming here at UTD. Kickoff celebration night started on the night of November 9th on the plinth with a nighttime 5K run, on-campus food trucks, and several other events. UTD student media were also proud to participate in this year's homecoming parade, where organizations and clubs decorated their own floats. In 2016 election news, Republican-elect Donald Trump won the presidential election, receiving 290 electoral votes as of November 13th. As a result, massive protests against Donald Trump have rallied in numerous large cities, including Chicago, Los Angeles, Austin, and Dallas, Texas. One such rally was held on November 9th, where several UTD students, including myself and reporter Esteban Bustillos from UTD Mercury, attended. Hello, my name is Unji Chong. I'm with UTD TV. We are currently here at the AT&T Plaza by Victory Park in downtown Dallas, and the Next Generation Action Network has organized a rally against Donald Trump, and we've reached the tail end of that rally, but they've just begun to march. The Next Generation Action Committee is a not-for-profit lobby organization who, in their description of the rally against Donald Trump, insisted that this was not a protest, but rather a rallying of the people who are unafraid to stand up for what is right. The event started with several speakers sharing their frustrations in front of the AT&T Plaza at Victory Park, ending with a rally march through the surrounding area. The rally remained peaceful throughout the event, even as law enforcement was present during the group's march. Protesters' reasons for public demonstration ranged from fear of Trump's policies on immigration, LGBT issues, women's healthcare, the environment, to anger at the electoral college system that gave Trump the victory, noting that Hillary Clinton won the popular vote. Several UT Dallas students attended this rally as well. To find out about their input and experiences, as well as more information on this story, check out UTD Mercury. In honor of Veterans Day at UT Dallas, senior reporter Patrick Annette talked to Lisa Adams, director of the Veteran Services Center, to talk about her experiences as a veteran and what Veterans Day means.
I'm Lisa Adams, the director for the Veteran Services Center here at UT Dallas. The Veteran Service Center is a space on campus that supports our students who are affiliated with the military. So we reach out to students who are veterans, those who are currently serving in the Guard, the Reserve, or on active duty, as well as family members and ROTC cadets. The center itself is a space that has computer stations, printing, study space, as well as a lounge area. Well, my primary job while I was on active duty was a pilot. So I flew two different aircraft, C-21 and the B-52. I reflect on the people that I've served with, the men and women who are currently serving, and it really is a day of celebration. The flags on campus are, again, just a way to recognize the men and women who have served in the military as well as those who are currently serving. We line the mall area, and this year we added a field of flags for the 950 men and women who are currently students, staff, or faculty here. One flag for each person. So the purpose really is just to recognize the significance of the day. It's also a way for our campus to learn about how we honor the men and women who have served through this holiday. The Veteran Service Center sponsored a reception for our staff, students, and faculty veterans. During that reception, it was a time for everyone to come together, have lunch, and fellowship with one another. We followed that with a military showcase. So our students and staff donated uniforms to display and to put on exhibits. So we had many uniforms from all 5 services on display. And again, that was a way for the campus to join in the celebration and actually to learn some things about the military, maybe things they hadn't heard of before, or to actually see those uniforms in person. We do have some upcoming events. On Tuesday, November 15th, Jacob Schick will be our featured speaker for the Veterans Lecture. That's a joint project with the Office of Diversity and Community Engagement, and his lecture will be from 12 to 1 p.m. in the TI auditorium. So we're very excited to hear his story, his journey that he experienced. We also have Green Zone Training. That is a program for our staff and faculty so that they can become familiar with the military, and our next Green Zone training is on Thursday, November 17th. And then finally, our last big event for the semester is our Veteran Cord Ceremony. At the end of the fall and spring semesters, we honor our students who are graduating. They will be receiving red, white, and blue cords, and then they'll get to wear those during commencement.
For more information about what services UTD provides, feel free to visit the Veterans Services Center on the first floor of the Eugene McDermott Library. That concludes our top stories. Let's go over to Jordan Murphy for sports.
Welcome to this edition of UTD TV Sports. I'm your host, Jordan Murphy. A lot has happened since our last broadcast, so let's dive right in. We're going to switch things up today and start with Comet Sports this time. 3 ASC Conference Championships have been won by fall sports here at UTD. The women's cross-country team claimed its first ever title at the ASC Women's Championship hosted by Concordia on October 29th. The volleyball team claimed its second consecutive ASC title on November 5th in thrilling fashion, defeating Mary Hardin Baylor in 5 sets. They are set to host the NCAA Division III regional tournament on the weekend of November 11th. It is the first time the program has ever hosted a regional. The men's soccer team also won their second consecutive ASC title on Sunday, November 6th. It was a very wet and rainy 2-0 victory over Hardin Simmons. They are headed to San Antonio for the regional round of the NCAA Division III tournament and will take on Chapman on November the 12th. Women's tennis players Kathy Joseph and Melanie Marlin earned All-American honors this fall. They became the 3rd and 4th All-Americans in the history of UTD women's tennis. They ended their fall season in the national tournament in Surprise, Arizona. The women's soccer team finished their season in the semifinal round of the ASC tournament. Men's cross country finished the best ever second at the ASC Conference Championships in Austin on October 29th. Women's golf ended their fall with the first place finish in the Dallas Strong Tri-Match. The fall season saw the women's team score the 4 lowest tournament scores in the program's 19-year history. The men's team finished their fall season at the Classic at the Tribute, hosted by A&M Commerce. For full coverage of the UTD fall sports, be on the lookout for the homecoming feature video that will be released later this week. We shift our focus now to professional sports. The Chicago Cubs ended their 108-year World Series drought with a come-from-behind World Series victory over the Cleveland Indians. The baseball world erupted on Wednesday, November the 2nd, as possibly the greatest Game 7 in World Series history, ended in an 8-7 extra inning victory for the Cubs. In the NFL, the Cowboys are surging into elite company as they head into a Week 10 matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 7-1 team is still addressing the question of their starting quarterback. Rookie quarterback Dak Prescott has claimed the second longest winning streak by a rookie quarterback in NFL history with 7 games in a row. The general manager Jerry Jones stated in a radio interview after Week 9, "We probably are never going to have this sorted out," when referring to questions of starting Tony Romo once he is 100% healthy. That does it for our sports coverage. Be sure to watch that homecoming feature that will be released sometime this week. The fall sports here at UTD have put on the show for us, and we have enjoyed watching their success. Until next time, for UTD TV Sports, I'm Jordan Murphy.
What's up, Comets? In the season finale of America, reality show celebrity Donald Trump won the presidential election. It's been hard for people to get away from the election, especially with it trickling over into all forms of social media. The Simpsons did it. Whether they realized it or not, they predicted years ago that Trump would win the presidential campaign. The internet has produced many distractions to drown out the election. Facebook Live has had feeds of kittens, art, and literally America on fire, which I guess isn't really a distraction. Actress and comedian Amy Poehler channels her famous Parks and Recreation character Leslie Knope by writing an open letter to America about the election, hoping to alleviate some of the election blues. The mannequin challenge has been sweeping the internet, so of course the Kardashians have jumped on board while Rob's wife, Blac Chyna, was giving birth. No wonder we can't get the Kardashians off the front page. They are making sure they are staying on top of the latest internet trends. Looking forward to an awards show distraction? On Sunday, November 20th, the American Music Awards airs on ABC. Or if you're feeling like paying to go to a theater, Doctor Strange came out on November 4th. But if you feel like supporting UTD and not paying money, you can go see UTD's Theater Fall musical Avenue Q. As of today, you have 4 more chances to see it. November 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th at 8 p.m. Go support your fellow Comets. For UTD TV Entertainment, I'm Emily Abernathy.
That concludes our newscast. For more information and stories, check out utdtv.com. I'm Anji Chong from UTD TV.